right, so let's pull that mic up to your face. I'm sure you have plenty of experience.
Headphones?
Headphones right here. Billy McFarland in the house.
Nice. Nice and clear. So how can we make this one interesting today? What's
This is gonna be a fun one. I was listening to some of your shit this week, like in prep. I mean, I'd seen the documentaries years ago, but you know, you fucking forget all that shit.
Yep.
Oh, I heard one that was super in depth with you, like very much into like psychology and shit. I was like, okay, let's have a little fun here. I'm just the co-host though, so I'm sitting in the fucking background. I'll peep in.
All right, so let me introduce the pod real quick. I always start off with a song. Everyone gets their own special song. I chose this song. Do you know this song? You're about to know it.
I'm about to know it.
Mike doesn't know it.
I know like fucking 80s and 90s shit.
So there's always a reason behind every song I pick. And for you, this is The Fireman by Lil Wayne. Everybody, welcome Billy McFarland from the Fyre Festival documentary.
Nice.
I watched the Netflix one. I watched the Hulu one. I watched the Full Send podcast.
Cool.
And my brother Mike is back.
I watched the Netflix one and I shut off the Hulu one.
Netflix one's definitely more entertaining.
Yeah.
How the fuck did they get so much footage of you? Like for the Netflix one?
Yo, you know what's so fucked up is like we sold them that footage in exchange to give 10% of the film to ticket holders, and they never did it.
What?
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Sold to Fuck Jerry, who's one of the producers on it.
And they fucked you?
Yeah, they just never did it. So
Fuck Jerry.
That's kind of lame.
You know what, dude? I don't think I've heard from Fuck Jerry since the documentary, honestly.
Yeah.
Are they still around?
I don't know.
You just don't talk to them?
Fuck Jerry.
Yeah, fuck Jerry. We like Billy.
Yeah, thank you.
But
I think it's lame. It's just like, I think the craziest thing though in my mind is there's so many people who just like took credit for all the good stuff. And then my response is like, what have you guys done? It's been 6 years in April since the festival. And like no one's really crushed it since. So
oh no.
Right? No one like none of the main people are like, oh, I did this. Like, what the fuck have you guys done? It's been 6 years.
No, you're the one whose name got the biggest after out of this.
Like they haven't like crushed it in business or like life at all. It's kind of
No.
One of the biggest things I took from it was that orange square, or the orange post that they did.
Clever
that kind
as
of
fuck.
influenced the Black Lives Matter post.
Interesting.
Oh, I never really thought about that.
How that went super viral, and I mean, I have it up on my page.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not insulting it. I'm saying
No.
that was actually a good.
And it was
early
simple
Instagram
and orange
marketing.
pops very easily.
Yeah.
Oh, was that your idea?
So like it was a mix of probably 10 to 15 people.
That's
And
how
I
it
think
works.
and so I think someone saying, hey, it was completely my idea is just bullshit. I think you guys know, like someone has an idea, like you argue about it, and then it ends up a lot better than it started, and that's
too
how
yellow.
it worked. Can I drink your Liquid Death?
Dude, please. Yeah. This podcast sponsored by Liquid
I'm
Death.
going to take all your ideas today, and I'm just going to say they're mine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dude, at the very least, at least you didn't fucking kill anybody. You know what I mean? I think, like you were just saying before, like you were worried that everyone was going to hate you. From an outsider's perspective, watching the documentary and the years going by, of all the crimes you could do, like, dude, I don't think people fucking really hate you because...
No, I like you. I hate the type of people that you fucking had go to...
A lot of the people who, like, bought the tickets and stuff, like, are kind of easy to, like, not hate, but, like, we don't feel bad for them, almost type of thing. Like,
guarantee our sister would have been there though.
If she was too young back then, but like, yeah, she would have been. But like,
younger sister or older?
Yeah, she's younger. She's younger. I'm one of five.
Oh, wow.
3 older brothers, 1 little sister.
She's like the Coachella type, you know.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wasn't Coachella started by fucking?
Billy McFarland? No.
No, it was started by Pearl Jam, right? Is that true?
I'm not sure.
No, there's something else. There's something about
Ticketmaster or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't really think people really hate you because of the people you defrauded. Like you're watching the documentary. You haven't seen it, correct? Yeah.
I gotta do this live stream. I think it's hilarious. Yeah.
That's it, dude. That's a great idea.
You got to do it on OnlyFans and charge money for it.
That's actually another great idea.
Really?
Would you ever start an OnlyFans to help like pay back these people?
I can't do it.
No.
It'd be so underwhelming.
Patreon or whatever it's called.
That's better.
Yeah.
It's a little more like deluxe.
Well, OnlyFans wasn't made for porn initially. I think it was made for like people like selling classes and shit.
I think they're trying to get rid of the sexual content.
I mean, OnlyFans isn't sexual. It just is turned into like you just assume it's sexual because.
Well, that's what it is now. Like, you can't really control what something turns out to be.
Dude, that was one of my biggest culture shocks. Like I missed the OnlyFans craze, and I come out of jail, and like a handful of these girls who.
Oh yeah.
They're like, whatever normal people. I get out and now they're on OnlyFans. I'm like, how the fuck did this all happen when I was gone? Like,
I mean, dude, you're kind of in the genesis of that
because I missed it all.
What like Cameo? I feel like rewatching the documentary, is like you had a lot of ideas similar to like Cameo, like hanging out with celebrities.
Yep,
Like
yep.
there's so much fucking value.
Oh
in
yeah,
that.
literally. But like yours is like in-person cameo, almost like you booked the talent. Damn. So
Yeah, so OnlyFans was a mind fuck coming in at jail. It's like, what? Like, this girl is like so normal.
Yeah.
Now she's
Dude,
like,
could you get your
showing
hands
her
on like a
ass.
cell phone in jail?
They were around for
They
sure.
were around.
Yeah.
well, that got you in trouble, right? You tried to do a podcast through the jail phone, right?
That was actually through like the authorized jail payphone. They didn't think it was really funny though.
Did you know you were breaking the rule when you did that?
No, and that was kind of the problem. I didn't really break the rules, and they're just like super confused. Like obviously, causing attention in jail is just a terrible idea.
You're allowed to do a podcast from jail though. There are podcasts.
I was
with
far from the
prisoners.
only one. But
Yeah.
they didn't like.
And then
it
you got put in solitary?
for 7 months for that.
Sheesh.com.
Yeah, 7
Do you
months.
think
What does that do to your brain?
It's terrible. I think like jail overall was more positive than negative in terms of the lessons learned, but like 7 months straight in solitary, that fucks you up. And just like
Oh yeah.
like the paranoia and it's like the lack of control. Just,
Yeah, and I mean, you're someone that could probably
Good.
take some learning lessons from it, but other people might not be.
Do they tell you, like,
beneficial
say you're a month into it? Do they tell you, like, oh, it's been a month? Or, like, are you just aware of that?
No, the
or-
hardest part was like, I'm like, how long am I going to be here? They're like, fuck you, McFarland. Like, we're never letting you out.
That's fucking torture.
That's made it worse. If they straight up said like, hey, this is going to be the worst 7 months of your life, you can kind of get your head around it.
Oh, they didn't tell you it was 7 months?
No, it's like,
Oh,
you're,
my-
just, you're in here and you're done. Like,
So
that was
part of you thought, yo, I might be in here for 4 years.
forever. Like, fuck, how long is this going to take?
Like,
I just can't believe
my
you got
God.
4 years. I watched plenty of documentaries with like people that have done serious crimes,
Yeah.
like the girl that had her boyfriend kill himself, like by like texting him to do
Yeah, what
it.
did she get? What
Yeah.
did she get?
Fucking 6 months or something crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah, if you're
That's
getting
not
4
right,
years,
yeah.
she should. 4 years is a fucking. That's insane compared to what she did. No one died in your thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously, what you did was bad. I'm not saying that, but like, so solitary confinement, was it better or worse than you expected it to be?
Way worse.
Way worse. Do you
It's-
think you could do 1 year in solitary confinement for $20 million?
Oh man, that's a really good question.
He did 7 months. So
For $0?
Yeah, like to do it all, to do another year starting like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, if it was 26 and paid off my restitution in full,
That's what I was getting
and
at.
then like I got any book or newspaper magazine I wanted.
you get
Well, that
books.
might be
You
worth
get
it.
books in solitaire.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Like to punish me, they would like take them away sometimes, which is totally fucked.
Dude, I can
But-
barely leave the house without my cell phone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In what way are they
Solitaire.
trying to make you better? Like, obviously, it's a
what? No,
punishment.
I wouldn't. I couldn't. You couldn't do it.
Couldn't do
So
it.
like the lasting effects from a whole year of that straight, like you're fucked in the head.
So right now you owe people $26 million?
That's in restitution, which is basically goes to the investors who lost. In addition to that, like owe people in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Investors, I'm like,
Yeah.
these investors they know that, you know, when you're like a venture capitalist or something, you know, some of these are big gambles that could go to zero. Like, isn't that part of the game? I guess
Yeah, but I guess they expect you to be truthful.
Yeah,
Is why it's fraud.
If in the rules of venture capital, I lied to them, so I broke the rules,
Yeah.
and therefore I'm on the hook. If I didn't lie to them, I wouldn't know the money. Like according to traditional venture.
How many
capital.
days do you think you could last out there at the Fyre Festival, like location, the way it was, like with the tents?
Forever.
Yeah, they weren't that bad, right?
It
Like,
wasn't that bad.
they
You
were
should, go on,
cabanas.
you should go on Survivor.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
you actually, if you applied for Survivor, I bet they'd let you on.
So I've been pitched on a reality TV show concept called Redemption Island, where I have to go basically live on an island with like 10 other people who fucked up, and like
That's a
Oh,
really
that's a
good
great
idea.
idea.
I would like host it. So yeah.
Did they know who else? Do you have any other names of people that would be on it?
I was just pitched by a network, but I'm super into it. So
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great
we'll see
idea.
where it goes. Yeah.
That's a great
I
idea.
think it'd be fun as hell.
Yeah.
How was the food in prison?
Terrible.
Better or worse than the food that you gave the people at Fyre Fest?
So I was served a cheese sandwich when I first got to jail by the prison chefs.
And that's exactly what you were giving people?
Yeah, so it's pretty equal. But no, like literally cooked out of a mop bucket for years in jail. They took like the yellow Jenner mop buckets, and the guys would steal the cables for like the TV like cables, and they would plug it into the outlet and turn them into fryers. They called it stingers. They basically steal oil and get a hot plate and attach like the cable to the hot plate, plug it in, and make a fryer out of these yellow mop
The
buckets.
prisoners would do that?
Yeah, the prisoners would do
Holy
it. They cook
shit.
Food. So it's like I'm probably eating every kind of cancer from those like
Oh my! And would you eat it or no?
yeah, for years. And they would like fry shit. Like they would like, get
What was like the best thing you could eat in there?
just like a fried burrito. Basically, they would just like buy like these like old meats from like the commissary that are probably like.
Did you work
10
out
years
a
meats.
lot?
Yeah, it's worked out a lot.
That's kind of. I feel like that's what I would do if I was in prison. But
Like
shit.
a lot of burpees and
Yeah,
in your cell.
In the cell.
Oh my fucking! Because I hate doing burpees. It's the
Yeah,
worst workout
it's
to
the
do. It's
worst.
really good for you. But
I don't
those are
mind
the hardest.
burpees.
I think they're so
You like
hard.
them? Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I'm on a workout journey right now, so
Okay.
I kind of like them.
Yeah.
Burpees are like the universal prison workout. Like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
jail anywhere, there's like the burpee guys who just like going hard.
Were you like targeted in there at all? Like, did people know who you were, or?
Not really. I think that like the child molesters have it the worst. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they're just fucked. Like they just can't watch TV. They can't like sit down at certain places to eat. So,
Rightfully so.
Oh, my
yeah,
God.
like they're fucked, and so
Yeah.
they're basically the targets. And then everybody else, if you're not like making money, then no one really cares about you because it's very like gang controlled in terms of like all like the business opportunities there. So if you're not like selling drugs or getting in their business, they don't care.
I've always thought I would do well in jail, but I don't want to test
I've
it.
never even.
No, you'd be fine.
You obviously. I feel like you're a social. I would say you're kind of like a social genius. Like you're able to like adapt and
You'd be fine. Yeah.
yeah.
You think so? Were you at like? I don't think a lot of people know this. Were you at a dangerous prison?
I started at like a white collar folk. It wasn't like a white collar jail.
Like
but
Michael Cohen was there.
that's where I started. Where it was like a lot of New York financial guys. I got in trouble there after 6 months, and then just kept getting sent to worse and worse places.
Billy.
Yeah.
What'd you get? So what'd you get in trouble for? Was that the phone call thing?
First, I had a USB device, which broke the rules.
Did you know that?
Yeah, for sure.
But
That was wrong.
But you're like, fuck it, let's do it.
I was like,
What'd you put the
I was a
USB
mess.
in?
I was trying to transcribe my book. It was like hidden in a pen, and
Oh, you wrote a book?
I was trying to.
Dude, you're a hustler. Like you're for the like I'm 30 now, so
Yeah.
I think we're like around the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
age.
31,
Like
yeah.
when I was 24, I was fucking. Only thing on my mind was like going out, having fun.
Well, that's
You know-
why you were the
Well,
perfect customer.
Yes. Well, in the back of my mind, I always had big dreams. Hence, I'm trying to do this shit. We've always like made funny videos and stuff. But you were like making real businesses. Like you dropped out of Bucknell after 1 year.
Yeah.
And that was to do magnesis.
I had a company before that called Spling. So
Which one was that again?
sold software to like record labels and TV networks.
It was like a social network for
Yeah.
like record labels.
Exactly.
I think you hit me up on LinkedIn back in the day for Magnesis.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. A bunch of my friends, when the documentary came out, we're like, oh shit, this dude fucking DM'd all of us. 'Cause
Yeah,
we were
I-
like young people in New York.
I looked him up, and you were friends with one of my friends on LinkedIn. And I was like, of course. He actually is one of George. Who also lives in Brooklyn.
yeah.
Damn. All right. So back to like the restitution. Would you cut off your pinky to pay back every dollar that you owe?
Oh, it's just such a crazy question.
That's what my podcast kind of is.
I mean, like today I'd have to, but then I'd look back on like 5 years and what if I kill it? And I'm like, what the fuck did I just do that for?
No, because that's the thing. I kind of do think you're going to be able to
Yeah,
kill it.
I hope so.
Here's a random question. Actually, this is a question about prison.
Yeah.
Do you even bother shaving your pubes in prison?
No.
You don't, right?
You don't
Yeah, what
Why
was the
would you?
shower situation?
The one thing with the shower is if you saw 4 feet or 2 feet in a mop bucket in the shower, it's not a good situation. So you stayed away from there.
What's going on with that?
A lot of guys who have a lot of time. So
Oh my!
yeah.
Do you think in prison when guys get together, are they gay guys or is it mental illness or is it desperation?
I think it's mix all the above.
Mix all the above.
Yeah, like dominance and all this. I mean, also you're dealing with fucking wild people.
And what's crazy is that socially prison is so far behind. So everybody's super like outwardly homophobic, but a lot of people are like actually either gay or like,
Yeah.
fucking around with guys.
It's like fucking ISIS,
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
1,000
exactly.
years ago, and it's like human nature and
Yeah.
odd like insecurities.
It's weird. It's just weird.
Now, did you have to like get out of any situations like that, or were you just never on anyone's radar?
I had like a number of times where someone would come to me like, "Hey, you ever been with a man?"
Oh my god! What do you say?
Like, nope, not happening.
You're like in an elevator? Yeah.
exactly.
I feel like you could talk your way out of a situation
But,
like
like
that.
I never knew if I should like tell everybody and like put them on blast or just to, like slowly like walk away. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Did Ja
damn.
Rule get any time?
No.
What?
No, so I called him out to a MMA fight on Barstool.
Oh,
Saw
yeah,
that.
yeah. You should definitely do a rough and rowdy. Although
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you're a big guy. He's pretty short,
He's
right?
stuck in me.
How old is he?
Mid to late 40s.
He used to live in Jersey too, Burnsville, I think.
He's in New Jersey, yeah.
Yeah.
Mid to late 40s.
Is he a little guy?
He's super short, but he's like ripped.
Pretty buff.
I wouldn't fuck with Ja Rule.
I don't know.
Do you think you could beat up Ja Rule?
I think if I survive the first round, I'll win. But he's got a shot in the first round. He's like way more athletic and faster and stronger, but he'll quit.
You're a big guy though. What are you? 6'3",
way
6'4"?
taller. Yeah, I'm way taller than him. Just kind of keep him away.
Did you ever play sports in high school?
A little bit. Nothing
Yeah,
crazy.
it's kind of like what I was too.
Yeah.
Damn, you versus Ja Rule. I'd pay to watch that. I watch.
I think it's above
fights.
Rough and Rowdy though. I think you got to get on like a Jake Paul card for that.
So we've been talking with people in that field. Ja's ducking.
Ja's, yeah.
Like,
do you think he's worried like if I get more attached to Billy, then because he kind of got away scot free?
I think the reality is some of these larger promoters, they're willing to pay back everybody who's owed in the Bahamas for us to fight, and
It's big money, celebrity
it's a lot
boxing.
of money. I think his fear is that like his crew is going to put him under so much pressure to just like knock me out in 5 seconds. And
It's not that hard, not that easy to knock somebody out.
And, like I have nothing to lose.
You
And,
have
like,
nothing to lose.
You probably would fight, and it would you just get fucking gassed, and neither of you would knock each other out.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then, like, he would look bad and for not destroying me. So like he has way more to lose.
What does he have
in a
going
fight.
on?
Well, he's nothing going on
Yeah.
outside of that. But I'm saying like in a fight, like he'd be expected to win.
Did he? So funny thing about Ja Rule is he turned down a role in Fast and Furious 2.
Oh, what an idiot!
And Ludacris took it, and then that turned into fucking 8 more movies. Ludacris became a fucking star.
So maybe he should take this boxing fight. He can have a boxing career.
Or you know what? Hey, Ludacris, you want to fight Billy McFarland? No,
He needs to be more of a yes man like Billy.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Ja Rule's definitely when I think when people say like a lot of bark, no bite, he can bark fucking loud. So maybe he can't really fight.
I need 50 Cent to walk me out to the ring for
50
sure.
Cent would be
50,
tough.
yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be
To
fucking
walk
amazing.
me out. Yeah, I don't want to fight him. But
Yeah. I think 50 Cent used to actually box.
Oh, 50 Cent would fuck with. He took steroids.
Yeah, I'm staying away from that.
He would fuck us up. I would never try to fuck with him.
Juano's my hype man.
Let's see. So did you have like a job in prison?
I think I like cleaned up like the weights.
Oh, you racked the weights?
I'm not sure.
That's not. How are the weight rooms at the prison?
I was only at one place that had them, but I think that was my last job.
Only one place had a weightlifting room?
That's supposed to clean the weights up, I think.
I thought that was like standard, every prison's got like a weight room. Everyone gets jacked.
Because we had an uncle who
yeah.
dropped a weight on someone's face. I should probably cut that out. My mom's be like, Steven, why
He's
the
dead
fuck
anyway,
did you put that in?
so.
He died, yeah. Someone owed him cigarettes. Are cigarettes a big currency in prison, or is that overplayed?
I think it used to be like that. Now there are tons of cigarettes still, but they're like the homemade ones
Yeah. How do people get drugs in prison?
up their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think Billy got the USB cord? USB.
So in prison, like you have to pay for shit.
Yeah, everything's super expensive.
Why? That's fucking bullshit. You're locking me here.
Well,
Why-
that's why I would think you might be a target. They might be like, kid's probably wealthy.
But like most of the money is just like drug sales. So if you're not,
But your parents can send you money, right?
yeah, but everything's on Cash App. So it's like like hey, you sell me drugs, and people pay each other on Cash App. Everything.
Oh, so they have iPhones and shit?
They find a way to either like call their family or their friends or text someone. It's all basically the whole economy is
God.
is Cash App.
Like, do you have someone in mind at your prison who's like the big honcho, like the fucking number one person you don't fuck with?
Yeah, every group has a leader.
How
my
quickly do you
God.
learn like the social politics?
So when
of
you
the
walk
prison?
in and you're white, it's pretty simple. Like the head white guy comes up to you and like says, "Are you good or are you not good?"
Does he have like Nazi symbols on his face?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
So it's sort of like the movies.
kind of yeah. So they're like, "You good or you're not good?" And like,
Were you there and like, shit, I'm gonna have to shave my head and fucking go for it?
no, it's kind of like it's like you got to put yourself in the situations,
Yeah.
right? And it's like I'm not like selling drugs. I'm not like doing.
I see
anything
you
wrong.
hovering in the corner reading like a nice novel.
I was just being
Yeah.
like fuck
Doing
it,
burpees.
Yeah.
Did you hire a prison consultant?
No, but huge thing. I would say probably half of like the financial guys do.
Yeah, I know the chick from Full House who got arrested for the college scam.
Yeah.
She did a prison consultant.
Yeah, I never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, but it seems like you knew kind of what to do to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, it's just like
Did you ever get people sending you like love letters from outside prison?
I had some like handful of really, really ugly girls who.
That's who does it.
it's like only the diehards, right? Like,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta get to death row to get the crazy hot ones.
I mean, Stephen Avery was getting letters and shit. Damn.
Wait, what about you had I didn't get far enough into the documentary, but you used to have like a hot model girlfriend. What happened with her?
I still see her from time to time. So she's
You guys
around.
are cool?
Yeah, she's great.
Oh, that was in the Hulu doc. Yeah.
Okay, that was the one I shut off.
Did you guys were you guys dating during the whole fire experiment?
I met her right after.
That's how it seemed.
Yeah, I saw her picture on a billboard. Took a picture of it. Went to Google. Did
Oh, yeah, that
did
was
a
a great
reverse
story.
image search.
Damn.
Called her agent and booked a fake photo shoot, and then the rest is it.
Oh yeah.
Works every time, guys.
So okay, first day out of prison, you download Tinder. You get back on that
So
app.
I went to a halfway house first day out of jail. I was allowed to have a cell phone, so went on Instagram and just started DMing people for sure.
Damn, dude, I love the honesty. Yeah, because I went on like a retreat hike when I studied abroad in Thailand and shit. And like the first day we were allowed to have our phones, it was
Yeah.
like fucking drugs.
Yeah.
Damn.
So my line was, "Hey, it's so crazy to be on a phone right now," and then like the guys would be like, "Oh, why?" Like question mark.
Are you on dating apps right now?
Actually, no, I'm not.
You're not.
No.
I was gonna say.
I mean, you're pretty famous. Like at least to our
Yeah.
the people our demographic. You're very famous, but I don't know how like your Q rating outside of that. But I would think it's pretty high. Netflix documentaries are fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's odd that Netflix and Hulu did it at the same time.
Yeah. Weird, right?
Yeah.
And you got none of that money.
I got paid to interview for the Hulu one, but not from Netflix.
How much did they pay you?
I got $150K from Hulu.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
so-
about what we're paying him to come on.
Yeah,
No,
they made a lot more money off that than you did, though. That's
for
bullshit.
sure. Yeah.
So, what was the first food you ate once you left prison?
Like supermarket shrimp. I got picked up in Detroit at the last jail, and I had to drive. It wasn't
You
off
were
the
in
fly.
Detroit?
Milan, Michigan. When Detroit's the closest city.
Is that because it's a
Damn.
federal crime? You weren't in
it's
like New Jersey,
ship
New
me
York?
No, they ship me everywhere.
Oh, Jesus.
That's definitely under the radar that you were at actual prisons. I feel like everyone sees the headline of like you were at prison with like Mike's Situation, I think.
Yeah, but like for like 6 months, then
So then you spent most of your time in
Oh,
real
so you were
prison.
hanging out with
Real prison.
Situation?
Dude,
for a few months. Yeah.
you've lived a crazy fucking life.
But I was in jail, and like legit, like these are Detroit gangbangers, right? It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like Wall Street guys. It was legit like gang.
Oh, yeah.
gang territory, Detroit jail.
Did you see anyone get killed?
I saw a guy commit suicide. I didn't see him, but like
geez.
Yeah.
he's like locked in behind his doors. Saw a number of guys get stabbed.
Jesus Christ.
Heard a guy get raped in a cell next to me in the Brooklyn Detention Center. So that was
Jesus,
scary.
man. Did
I
you
had just
like
gotten there.
create any weapons or anything?
I never did though. No, but like I had someone like people show me their shanks.
Do you have to fight anyone at all or no?
No, I never did.
Were you ever afraid that someone was going to challenge you to a fight?
I got challenged one time when I first got to Brooklyn, and
And what happened?
basically tried to shake me down for $150, or he said you have to fight me, and like only one of us is getting out of here alive, was his like lame movie line, and it was so. Like,
And what'd you say?
he was like this, like he was like super fat and out of shape, like old like Nazi guy, just like wasn't even that intimidating. It was
What a
like,
fucking
it was just
loser.
like more like ridiculous like looking, but my cellmate actually went and fought him without me knowing. Yeah.
Nice.
Was that the
How many
cellmate with
cellmates did you
the
have?
colon problem?
Patel. No, it's a different cellmate. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Probably like 20.
Was he doing it to have your back or he's doing
Yeah,
it?
he's like, this isn't right. Like, I wasn't sentenced yet. So the problem was if I got in trouble for fighting at that point, like, one, I didn't want to fight some guy in jail, but two,
Yeah.
if I got in trouble, I can get a way worse sentence.
Oh
He already been in jail for like 4 or 5 years. He was back in Brooklyn appealing his thing. He got rejected, so he had a long time to go. And like, he knew the system, so he's like,
Frustrated,
yeah,
just
like,
fucking
great
beat shit out of a Nazi.
Great
Why
guy.
not?
He's like, yeah, why not? This guy's a fucking loser.
Do you
What was he
consider
in for?
yourself a tough guy now?
I don't know.
I
don't
think you're
so.
pretty tough. I
mean, you've
stood
been
up
around
to
the
a guy
block.
recently, and I shouldn't have. So I got out of my apartment. I'm going to dinner for
Yeah.
my birthday. We're going to Raoul's, and this guy's like, "Hey, like my car broke down. My girlfriend's inside. Can I use your phone to call her?" And I was like, "Okay." Like I don't want to seem like a jerk. I'm like, "Give me the number. I'll call." Put it on speakerphone. She's like, "I'm not home." So I'm like, "All right, dude, I gotta go." And he tries to grab my phone, and I like,
Really?
and I'm like, "I got a fucking dinner like a douchebag. I got a dinner reservation at 6
Raoul's.
p.m."
Exactly.
And he starts reaching into his pocket, and I'm like,
no.
my girlfriend pulls out her pepper spray.
Oh, God.
And I was like, "Dude, I'm being fucking nice to you," and I like talked my way out of it. But I was like, damn. And I live on the water, like it's a little nicer than right around here.
Yeah.
Usually not like any problems, but I
Damn.
was like, damn, I should just back down and not.
I think I'm like more scared of that shit now because like one, you get hurt, your girlfriend gets hurt,
Yeah.
or you hurt him and then you get in trouble for hurting him. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a lose,
No.
it's
I was
a
like, I was
lose-lose.
bigger than him. She's like, you were taller than him.
But either way, you lose.
And if he has a weapon, like then the
can't-
height doesn't
He
fucking
reached
matter.
into his pocket, pretending like he had a weapon. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
some bullshit.
Yeah,
Either
was
way, it just
wild.
sucks. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I think that's a big misconception about your prison time is that everyone thinks that you're probably at a prison where you're just playing ping pong all
Yeah.
day. No, so dude, you fucking did the time.
Yeah.
Good for you. Here's a hypothetical question for you.
Okay.
All right, you get $1 billion,
Yeah.
but you have to go down a water slide, and
Okay.
there's a 1% chance you die. Are you doing it?
1% chance? Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, now
I love
you're
the water. That's easy.
yeah. All right, so now you're in an arena, and there's 100 people going down the slide, and guaranteed one of you dies. Do you still do it?
No.
That's 1%.
Yeah, but then that blood's on your hands.
I agree.
If
I
you're,
do
if
think
you're
it's
risking
different.
yourself at 1%, it's way different than like, all right,
Oh, so it's more that rather than the fact of like there's a guarantee one of us is gonna die.
yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can't do
He's,
that. Can't do that.
I agree with
It's a
you.
crazy thing of percentages that like
You are like a water sport guy, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you like scuba dive and shit.
Yeah, love scuba
That's
diving.
pretty cool.
yeah. So you're basically going to the Bahamas and like not resort doing resort shit. You were like on a boat doing crazy cool
our
shit.
entire thing was we would take people to an island where it was just us. We'd literally like take our little planes, fly over like the house of the local to wake him up. So he goes to the runway, picks us up on his little dune buggy, and we would just go fucking wild. And like,
Yeah, you love the Bahamas.
yeah, I love it.
That's
You love
the thing.
adventure.
Like,
Yeah.
So Pirate is, what exactly is Pirate, your new company?
So I want to take over a little hotel on one of these islands, whether it's Bahamas or not, trying to figure it out. Host all these like entertainers at the hotel. Then instead of selling rooms to other people, live stream everything and have like this virtual world where you can watch the live streams and then
I actually really like the idea.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's family, they're from Jamaica. They are in the hotel business. Hey,
Oh, we
if you need to connect.
Hook me up. Let's go.
Yeah, if you need to connect.
The only
There's
problem
so many
I would say
hotels
is
there.
a lot of people when they go on vacation like to like do drugs and go wild. So
Yeah.
if you live stream it,
Well,
but
they'd have to
I think
consent.
if you created like a mini reality show for the weekend,
Interesting.
and you could edit a little bit out of that out. And I know you say you haven't done coke, but I'm sure a lot of the people around you were doing it.
Yes, that's a good point. It's like part of the reason why these pre-Fyre Festival trips work so well is these people just got together and like got their hair down. So it's like, how do you allow that to happen, but not live stream like all of that, right? Like,
Yeah.
You can figure that
People
out.
get different when there's a camera on them.
You want people to go crazy, for a couple of nights.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's like Cameo on steroids. Like if I could be like,
Yeah.
I get the cast of like real. I don't watch Real World or one of those, but like the retro cast and go party with them. There's people that would be really into that
for sure, and like influence the party.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like let's take a tequila shot, and
You got Kevin from The Office hanging out, like
So you like
fucking
really
cool.
know how to throw a party?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
No,
right?
I mean, but it seemed like you did, like with the pre-actual firefight with the shoots and stuff. It seemed like an amazing
And
time.
we just like crush the adventure trips. It's like, how can we just do things that no one has ever done before?
Yeah.
And whether it's like fucking around with the sharks or like flying these crazy little planes, it's like all just about making.
What about like an
amazing
ayahuasca weekend with Billy?
We should do that experience. I've never
Yeah.
tried it before.
Would you- I've never tried it either.
I think I should get into like just like before Pirate, just get into like the live stream game and just try all this crazy shit.
No, you might as well.
Yeah.
Like I
What-
do think people want more Billy McFarland.
So what platforms do you guys like watch live streams on? Is it Twitch? Is it YouTube or?
If I did, it's YouTube.
YouTube, okay.
One of our other brothers probably more into those things,
Yeah.
but
Oh, John?
yeah,
He's
like
into
Twitch and shit. It was one
I've
of his
never
clients.
watched Twitch. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I watch YouTube, but yeah.
I think Twitch is probably the number one. I don't know. You know who Aiden Ross is?
Yeah, of course.
Dude makes fucking mad money, and like I don't really get it.
Yeah.
Why he's so successful?
Yeah, I just asked if he'll do the live stream thing with me.
He probably like you go on his.
To do
No, for the
to
watching
watch
the
docs.
movies.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna answer
Oh,
yet.
because
Yeah.
that's smart. You're trying to get other
Yeah,
streamers to do
yeah,
it with you.
Yeah,
That's actually really
we'll
smart.
See. We'll see.
Yeah, you
Andrew
gotta build
Tate?
this. You gotta build it up. Hold off as long as you need to make that a big
make
live
it a
stream.
blast, yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Get
are-
that sponsored?
Who are some celebrities you want to get in touch with?
Right now?
Yeah. Or if you don't want to say.
No, I'm just thinking. Oh shit.
Who's big right now? I'm out of this.
I mean, you were
celeb
talking to
game.
Portnoy the other day.
I'm trying to think of like who the most interesting person I want to sit down. I just did Julia Fox's podcast last week, and it's like to give a shout out to her. She's super smart. And I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Like the way she was like analyzing like me in different situations. Like
I saw her apartment thing the other day.
I saw it too. I was
Yeah.
blown away just by her. Like
Oh,
intelligence
Julia
in the
Fox. I
podcast.
wasn't sure who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Oh yeah.
My girlfriend's obsessed with her.
Yeah. I mean, she crushed the podcast. She's like wildly smart. That was cool.
Does she live around here?
I'm not sure where her apartment is.
She's
Oh,
from
okay,
Brook.
okay.
She's from like where our
Yeah,
mom's from,
yeah.
like deep Brooklyn originally.
All right. If there was a movie about you, who do you think would play you?
Going through the process now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the number one. It's such a sleazy business. Like the number one thing that like all these production companies say when they're trying to get us to sign on for a movie is like, "Hey, who do you think should play you?" Like, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, like I want like Leonardo DiCaprio, right?"
Imagine.
That's what,
If you could do no age, like Ben Affleck,
Like,
you have like a
that's
Ben
your
Affleck
sales tool,
vibe
yeah.
there.
Maybe
Ben Affleck's too old, obviously now.
I was thinking Jake Lacey from season 1 of White Lotus, the mean guy who was Alexander Daddario.
Oh,
you guys kind of look alike. I think he could play you. You seem more like friendly than him, but he's a good actor, so I think he could.
yeah,
do it.
you have more of a friendly vibe naturally than that
I saw
guy.
Seth MacFarlane because I googled like actors that look like Billy McFarland. Seth MacFarlane looks like a tiny version of you.
he kind of does, right?
Yeah, and you guys
I
are
think
names
that
are
was
similar.
just connected because of the name. I don't think he looked.
No, it was
like
a side by side pick.
Kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw like that meme or comparison. It's kind of
Really?
crazy. Yeah.
You guys kind of do look alike.
I would say you don't have like a celebrity look-alike.
You are the celebrity.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a celebrity?
No. No,
You are one.
You're a celebrity, dude.
Here's a question: do you consider yourself to be successful?
No.
No.
He's never going to consider himself to be successful
it.
because he's got like such high watermarks.
That's also very true.
like you're a real
but you definitely don't consider yourself to be a failure.
It's like such a hard question. I think like I've gone through periods over the past 5 years where I'm like, okay, what I did is pretty cool, and then periods where like I'm a total fucking loser, like failure. So it's like I think I felt both extremes.
Yeah, and I guess it depends who you ask.
Solitary confinement.
Yeah.
It's got
It's
dark
like,
thoughts. Yeah.
Like you're the biggest. Like I'm locked in a cage with a bunch of men who have no one in the world to call. Right? Like I'm the biggest fucking loser. Like at that point, it's like there's no.
I mean, that
there's
gives you like a
nothing successful about
PhD in like human behavior, though. Like you
sad,
take what you can from that.
I mean, you hit rock bottom, but it's only up from here. Like,
I think rock bottom could be worse, man.
well, everyone's got a different rock bottom.
Yeah,
I hope I hit my rock bottom.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I hope so too.
Yeah, because in my life, I never have any idea of like that I would ever go to jail.
Yeah.
As you said, you didn't either. We grew up in similar areas, went to similar high schools. Like, so that's
just
kind of a
knowing an
fucking
uncle
shock.
that we honestly, our uncle, we probably saw him like 10 or 15 times in our life.
Yeah, he lived with us for a bit.
But the fact that he went to jail was like such a foreign idea.
Yeah, just can't.
Yeah.
Right.
That is wild.
Crazy. 30 years too. That's absurd. Like that's just like.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it may have been more. It was, just his whole life.
He would order Chinese food and just take the guy's car. Like that level.
He literally did that, and he got caught.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he got caught.
I remember he was living with us one time, and we were at like a traffic light, and I'm driving him. I'm like 17 down the Jersey Shore. We were down in like Manahawkin area.
Nice, yeah.
And I was like at the liquor store. I was like, oh Jesus. He looked like he was like sweating.
Here comes Uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, like-
And then that's like what made him go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That type of shit.
Crazy.
But do you consider, all right, this kind of banking off that, do you consider what you did like kind of a blessing in disguise?
I think that if everybody gets back what they lost,
Who are you looking to get their money back? Are you looking at the investors or the people in Bahamas?
so I feel most bad about two groups, and I'm sure there's more. Like the people who were backing me since I was 19, and it was like less about me lying to them at the time and more about like the trust I violated. I think that's the most fucked up thing.
Yeah.
And two are people who like were legitimately working and are owed money for that work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't give
for
a shit
sure,
about the
for sure.
people that fucking went on the trip. Like,
No, the ones I know, it's like, I mean, look, it still sucks for them, but like,
Did they get their money back or no? The ones you know or no?
I don't
went
know
on the
them
trip
enough to the point where
they don't need their money back. Their parents paid for it.
Yeah. They were just like really super rich kids. Like, I mean, damn, the shit you guys were advertising would have been a sick trip.
Yeah.
But so tough to pull off.
Yeah, just logistically not
The
possible.
thing is, a lot of those festivals, like Burning Man, you're like sleeping in tents anyway. So it's like not that
But they
far off.
pitch it like that. I think if I just pitched it as like beautiful island,
Yeah.
great artists, hot girls, let's figure everything else
You
out.
were going to have Kanye there, right?
Good music. So it was like his crew.
Good music was headlining.
So it was like Big
Kanye was at
Sean.
least like they talked about him in the documentary. Now he's like blacklisted.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
True. Yeah, dude. What was like the biggest? So you were in prison during COVID.
Yeah.
Were you almost let out? I feel like weren't they letting some people out?
They told me to go fuck myself. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you ask?
Did they actually let a lot of people out?
They let a ton of, I don't know what the total number was, but like they let thousands of federal inmates out, across the U.S. I asked, and they're like, yeah, fuck you.
Why?
They're
Do
like,
you think they were like you don't like?
you're young?
No, you're
fine,
used as an
shut up.
example. Like,
Yeah,
let's be honest.
I mean, they would have gotten shit on, right? Like, oh, why'd you let him out and not these 10,000 other people?
That's very true.
Yeah, yeah.
If, it would have been a headline if you got out. If
Yeah.
Joe Schmo gets out, no one fucking knows about it.
And like they'll get blamed, like because for every person they let out, there's 10 times that didn't get let out. So
Yeah.
they would just find like 10 people who deserve to be who didn't get let out. And be like, why is this poor guy there? And
Did you even
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
a court case, or was it just like admitted? Did you just
I
plead guilty?
pled guilty as soon as I was like proposed to plead guilty, but there was no there's nothing to fight.
I can't believe. I still can't believe the 4 years. It's wild.
So you were sentenced to 6, correct?
to 6.
So good behavior.
So everybody gets in the federal system. Everybody gets 15% off for good behavior. I lost some of that for getting in trouble, but not much.
Oh my
And then
god.
Trump actually passed something called the First Step Act, which gave nonviolent people a year off. So
Oh wow.
that was cool.
That's
wow,
good, dude.
so Trump helped you out.
Yeah, for sure. And which is awesome. And it got passed right when I went to jail, and no one believed it. And they woke me up like literally a year ago in the middle of nowhere, saying, "Hey, you got a year off. You're out of here in a few months."
How long have you been out of jail?
My sentence ended August 30th, but I was on home confinement halfway house for 5 months before that.
Where was the halfway house?
Um,
Jersey.
Gold Street in Brooklyn.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds familiar. So wait, so you got to
kind of like near Dumbo-ish, but not really.
so you got to leave there and go home, basically? Is that what a halfway house is?
March 30th, went to a halfway house. I lived there. I could leave during the day.
Got you.
And then a couple months later, I went to home confinement. Basically, I couldn't leave home at all, except for like the gym
Oh my
That's it.
God. How much better was the halfway house than prison? Like night and day?
1,000 times. You're allowed to have a phone. So like the halfway house, all it was guys laying in their bed just on their phone 24/7.
Oh
Also,
my
it's
God.
after you get out of prison. So
Yeah.
like if you went to the halfway house today, it might be like, oh, the sketchy guy's in the room next to me.
Yeah, but after jail, it's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
But number of guys that got in trouble in the halfway house is just fucking crazy. Like,
What about roommates or bunk or prison cellmates? Were they like chill? Or?
But I had like that's probably a hilarious like piece of content. I had like 20 different cellmates,
Oh my God.
over the 4 years.
Oh, you should live stream with them. Get them on.
But it's like everyone from like great guys to terrible guys,
Yeah.
everywhere. But like that's like hilarious.
Oh
I think
man,
it's a hilarious like blog post. Like here's my 20 cellmates, like their nicknames, like what they did.
Yeah.
And, like,
we're so spoiled. Like I couldn't even share a hotel room with like my brother. I wouldn't even want to hear him snoring.
I could share one with him.
you're down for it. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude. Like having a fucking cellmate who snores,
Oh, it's
or
terrible.
did you? I don't know if you listened to the Full Send podcast, but you were telling the story about one of your cellmates had like a colon problem,
Yeah, he got into a shootout with the police and got his colon shot out.
so he's always shitting on the toilet.
So he had no colon. And
Oh, you had a toilet in the cell.
this was actually, we were locked down, and every 30 minutes he would just shit. And
Oh my
like,
God!
I'm not exaggerating. Like that's the toilet, and like this is my bed.
So you're on the bottom bunk.
I
Or
was,
wasn't
I
it
was
that?
actually on the top with him because he couldn't climb up the bed with his colon. So it's like I was raised, but like that's the toilet, and like that's. The
I
bed
guess
right
it's
here.
kind of good because it's like he's not going to be able to hurt you, but like so disgusting.
Yeah, was he a nice guy?
super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was hilarious.
What did
guy.
most of the prisoners that you were with do? Like, were they?
It was
almost
almost-
nonviolent.
It was almost all drugs and guns. Like they would get caught with a drug and a gun. It would make
Yeah.
it some sort of federal case, and then would get some. long sentence.
Meanwhile, kids from where we grew up, if you had drugs, like nothing,
Yeah.
you don't end up in prison. But
Yeah, I'm super big on like non-violent criminals not going to prison.
Yeah.
Like why? Like the society was no safer with you locked up.
Yeah.
I guess maybe in theory some investors were, but like at the same time, then they could use what happened to you and just not invest with you.
Sure.
And then you could pay everybody back.
Yeah,
So I kind of been in
tough.
favor of like, I mean, you should get punished, but like owing 26 mil is a punishment.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
you should
here's
start like a SPAC, the Billy McFarland
Oh my
SPAC.
God.
I'd put a couple grand in.
They'd
Yeah, why
arrest me.
not?
They'd arrest me in 5 minutes. What is he doing? Like I've been pitching so many of those like crypto things.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Can't get close. Like,
You would have made a ton of money off crypto.
Thank God I was in jail for that.
All right. Do you think you could run the country better than Biden if you were surrounded by the perfect people?
Oh my God, what a great question. Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, being surrounded by the best people is definitely part of it.
Yeah, definitely everything. But
Like, because he is an old man, and you were very sharp.
yeah,
You did have a big failure, but you learn from big failures.
sure.
And I don't know what his big failure is.
I mean, like I think at the end of the day, like the presidential role is just so much about gathering feedback, right? And like empowering people to act on that feedback.
Yeah.
And like when you just have someone who's half asleep at the wheel,
Yeah,
it's pretty hard.
And
to
you
do
wouldn't
that.
need like someone to go suck someone's dick to get water if you're the
Oh
president.
just
my
order it.
God, I forgot about that
That's
guy.
literally like I don't even. I'm sure you know everything about the documentary. Like that, Andy King became like a star after that
Yeah.
documentary.
Crazy.
How do you know him again?
now?
He didn't work. He was consulted for Magnesis, I guess, for a number of years.
Got you.
Just like doing events for us.
And what's he doing now?
I think he's doing events.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But,
Do you guys keep in touch or no?
we've texted a couple times.
Yeah. He seems like a forgiving guy.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, I feel like he couldn't hate you.
He's great. I mean, he worked his ass off.
Yeah. Damn, bro.
I would
Andy
go on
King.
Fyre Festival too. Is that eventually going to be in the?
I think I can't do it right now because I'm still
Yeah.
on like probation or whatever. But I need to do a festival again. Like no matter what, I need to fucking crush a festival just to have that level of
Yes.
achievement.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree 100%. I feel like there is definitely a way for Billy McFarland to seek redemption.
Yeah, I want to like fund it. I want the festival to be a total non-money making thing where it's like I do well in business elsewhere and I can just fund it and just make it absurd.
I
And,
mean,
like,
you could definitely do a festival.
yeah, just
for
like
sure.
not about the money at all, not about selling tickets. Like figure out a way to invite some of the old people, invite some new people, and just like have the craziest festival ever.
I believe in
pure
Billy
fun.
McFarland.
I definitely believe in Billy McFarland. Would you rather be worth $100 million and have no fame, or worth $50 million and be famous?
I don't think he cares about fame.
I don't know. I feel like you kind of at least did before.
That's a really interesting question because I think like I'm starting to experience like little parts of this, but as you're known more, you just get more shit for free too, right? That's like worth a certain dollar amount as well.
Liquid death right there.
Yeah, so it's like hard to it's hard. That's a hard, really really hard question. I think like if you're like super famous and have $50 million, you can very easily turn that into more than $100 million. So
Easily.
like yeah, I think that's probably the
When you
better.
walk around, do people recognize you?
Different. It depends where I am. Like Williamsburg, yeah, for sure.
I might have to take a double take.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have. I just don't think it doesn't cross my mind.
Yeah.
Though.
Definitely right after the documentary, I would have been like, "What?" Well, everyone would have been because there would have been a commotion.
Actually,
around
you look like thinner and in better shape than you did
Yeah, I
in
was
the
so fat.
documentary.
I was so fat.
You were baby fat. It's okay.
Yeah, you're just a 25-year-old kid.
You're probably drinking too much. You know,
Like,
we've all been there.
Eating like 4 dinners and just
Yeah.
drinking 20 beers, like calling it a day. Like,
How long were you in prison before the documentary came out?
I think it came out like 7 months into my sentence.
So were you
Oh,
kind of
shit.
like that's crazy. So
Yeah.
were you kind of like, did that give you hope when like you started getting attention from that, or like?
It was actually made it much harder because I couldn't respond. And
Yeah.
like, I think I was still at the period where like I knew I was guilty, but I still didn't understand like that I was totally responsible. So I'm hearing all these stories. I'm like, that didn't happen. Like, fuck that guy. And I was just getting angry about like hearing things that I didn't believe to be the case.
I mean, you're definitely primarily responsible, but there's other
sure.
people who, and it does seem like you kind of took the fall a little bit. And like, what made you think I should just take the fall instead of implicating other people who were also responsible?
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I was the decision maker. So there was no one else like, hey, like lie about these numbers and like we'll be good. Like it was purely my initiative.
That's true. Ja Rule wasn't aware of the numbers and lying. He
Ja
was
Rule's
more-
not providing oversight. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't think he has the capability to be like, all right,
Yeah.
let's goose up our revenue numbers.
Yeah,
know?
you didn't have a compliance officer.
Yeah. He was more just like along for the ride and like
Yeah.
part of like, well, because I imagine if I was an investor, if I saw that Ja Rule was involved, it would give it would authenticate it a little bit to me.
Yeah.
So like, I guess in that sense, he is responsible, but he didn't lie to them.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't like.
It was also in that era where like Dr. Dre had beats, like all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
rappers were now like becoming entrepreneurs, and it was like almost like automatic gold. So I think that was definitely a part of it too.
Yeah.
Like he was actually a great person to be involved with just because there was like a track record for
He's a good-
rappers turning into
He's a
major
good salesman.
successes.
You know, he helped with recruiting because, like, you know, if you're an engineer and you can work with,
He was selling you
yeah.
by just saying Billy,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you actually did all the talking.
exactly. It worked. Like,
Yeah.
it could have worked.
And he's like the ultimate hype man, just like his voice.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's literally what Ja Rule. His rap
Yeah.
songs were literally just hype.
Hype.
Yeah. Were you a Ja Rule fan as a kid?
A little bit.
Like the Ja Rule and Ashanti song that was kind of big.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's all I remember from Ja Rule.
I think I knew like 3 songs by him, but I thought he was legit. Yeah.
He was like a knockoff DMX.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like DMX and Ludacris had a kid.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good way
No,
to put
he's
it.
good. He had a good period of good music, but yeah, I still want to fight him right now.
Yeah, dude. I hope you do fight Ja Rule, and I hope you get all the money back to these people, and
Yeah.
I hope you get even more money. So we hit the 45-minute mark.
Yeah.
You got to get out of here.
Hit me with one more of your crazy
Hypothetical.
Crazy
I
hypotheticals.
like that. I want to get one.
Do you have one? you
Fuck,
have
dude,
one
that's where I
lined
get my views. I don't know if you checked out
know.
my TikTok. Some of them get a lot of views. Okay, if you could be killed by any animal, which animal would you be killed by?
Shark, 100%.
Shark?
Dude, yeah.
Shark bite to the...
I think that when I'm about to go, you know, I'm 90 and like everything's failing. Just you know, let's go.
Sharks do a good job of just taking out a
Yeah.
huge chunk of you too.
Oh,
You
shit,
get a
that's-
lion, it's gonna like chew on your neck. And
No, so I asked this question,
Yeah.
and a lot of the commenters were saying the cats go for your neck, and it's the
Oh, that's
quickest.
true.
Really?
Yeah, it's the quickest.
I separated a dog fight recently, man. Ripped up my fingers.
Oof.
Oh no.
I separated it after it was latched on his finger. Pitbull.
It was my dog.
Oh no.
Yeah, Thanksgiving or Christmas.
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 Who is it fighting?
My brother's puppy was just harassing my pit bull, and eventually he's just like, "Arr."
Oh, it's
And I put my hand in his mouth because I think he loves me, but
he didn't care.
No,
he's
he-
like, I'm in fight mode right now. Get the
oh
fuck in.
man.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll get you one more
Don't
question.
get a rescue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite type of dog?
I don't know. Bernese Mountain Dogs, maybe.
You
Yeah,
are
they're-
Bernie.
you
I
are
fucking
Bernie's
knew it,
Mountain
dude.
Dog.
Yeah, really.
Did you have
kinda
dogs
are.
growing up?
I had like golden retriever
Yeah,
and a black
golden
lab,
retriever.
and of course. right,
Yeah, we
but
have golden retriever,
Yeah.
and the dog was a black lab.
half of New Jersey, but
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think you could eat 100 hot dogs in 24 hours
100%
with a gun to your head?
with or without the gun to my head. Sure.
You would do it?
Let's do a live stream. I'll do it.
That would be fucking tough.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, I'm going to play one last song, and I'm going to ask if you had any advice for someone
Yep.
who was in a situation like you.
Yep.
You know, you hit rock bottom, presumably. You went to prison. You were afraid everyone hated you. You're in that solitary confinement. You're thinking, everyone fucking hates me. You get out of that. Someone's in that situation. What would you give them as advice?
I think the most important thing is just don't stop moving. No one's gonna hand it to you. You got to go create it for yourself, and you don't know how to do it now, and that's okay. Just like create your own momentum, and things will fall into place.
That's a good advice for me as just a
don't
creator.
stop. Yeah.
You really, I have a lot of faith in you.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
coming from me, that means nothing. I'm just a fucking kid on a podcast, but I really do think Billy McFarland is gonna make it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, any investors out there, hit Billy up.
Hit him up, dude. His name's worth some shit. He's got great ideas. He's gonna do the hotel things, live stream. Aiden Ross, Billy McFarland.
And I want to go on this what is it called? The new startup you're doing?
Pirate, you guys are welcome to come.
I would
wanna
love to come.
Yeah.
Count me in.
The cast of what's like an old TV, Steve Urkel. I want
The
Steve
OC.
Urkel on the island. Oh,
There
the
you
OC would be great.
Yes, you'll be
Yeah,
right.
if Carl Winslow's alive, Steve Urkel will be a good one to do too.
Yeah, we'd love for you guys to come though whenever.
Dude, legit.
whenever I'm
And
busy.
hey,
Yeah.
if the offer's on the table,
So-
I will take it.
Awesome.
Billy McFarland, thanks for coming. You're a beast.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Awesome.
That was great.